isn't picking the best website anymore. It's picking the next best click, and it's making a decision at an unparalleled speed. So if your page makes it easy for AI to quote with a clean answer and then guides the user to the next step, you're probably going to get picked. So I'm Kevin Roy from GreenBananaSEO, and today I'm going to show you a simple Christmas-themed page structure that's built for AI mode based on my backyard decorations. So one example, one topic, and you'll leave with a blueprint that you can reuse on any page. So traditional search ranked pages, AI mode assembles an answer, and then it chooses a few sources as inline links. So your job isn't just to rank anymore. Your job is to be easy to quote, be easy to verify, and be easy for them to find the next obvious steps. So think of it like 3 blocks. The answer block, which is 2 to 5 sentences, the proof block, which are checklist steps, maybe a budget breakdown, and then the third one is the pathway block, the next actions or internal links. So most pages skip the last 2 blocks, and that's one of the reasons that they don't get cited. So this is a picture of the Christmas lights in my backyard. It looks complicated, but it's really just a bunch of 2-dimensional 2x4s and scrap wood strung together with simple strand lights. We started with just one 12 years ago, and each year someone in my family helps build another one, and then 12 years fast forward, it looks like this. So if this were a page and I wanted to rank in AI, here's how I would structure it. Now keep in mind that I don't actually want my page to rank because it may confuse the engines that Green Banana is actually selling Christmas lighting tips, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna be dropping this cheat sheet in my Google Drive and then putting a link to it on my site. We can talk more about this when we get into content pruning and content separation. But now for the task at hand. So the 3 blocks that the AI engines are looking for. AI engines don't read pages the way that humans do. They scan for structured meaning. The most reliable way to make your page usable inside ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude is to make sure that you have 3 predictable blocks: the answer, the proof, and the pathway. And I'm just gonna start and talk about the H1, which isn't one of the 3 blocks, but the header tag is really important, and you only need 1. If you actually have 2 H1 tags, you can mess up your rankings. So the H1 represents the entire page intent. It is not a block. It does not talk about the task at hand. It appears once at the top of the page. The H1 for this page would be like how to build a backyard Christmas wonderland on the cheap. So now let's get back to the 3 blocks. First comes the answer block, and this is what AI will extract first. So keep it short, 2 to 5 sentences. What is the fastest way to build a backyard Christmas display on a budget? You can build a backyard Christmas light display cheaply by creating simple wooden tree frames using a single 2x4, inexpensive wood strapping, and standard strand lights. These trees are lightweight, easy to assemble, and can be spaced across the yard to make a dramatic effect, and the entire setup can be built with basic tools and minimal materials. Now let's talk about the proof block. The proof block is where the answer is looking for checklist steps, the cost reality. And it loves this because it's actually giving structure and making it verifiable. So we can talk about, for this example, the materials checklist: 2x4s in a vertical trunk, thin wood strapping, wood screws, outdoor strand lights, long extension cord. And then a step-by-step build process. Step 1, attach the vertical 2x4 to the base for stability. Step 2, screw the strapping to the trunk, the widest at the bottom. Step 3, narrow the branches from the top so you form a tree shape. Step 4, string the lights around the trunk and the branches. And step 5, place the light in the middle of the yard and then connect the power. So then you get to the cost reality. Lumber is a scrap or low cost, lights are strand lights, tools are basic household tools, no specialty materials required. You can even talk about the pricing if you want for the 2x4s. Then for the pathway block, now we hit the part that most websites miss, which is the pathway block. And this is where AI tells the users what you should do next and where the internal links that are pointing to it belong. So what you do next is, let's say if you want to scale this display, repeat the same tree structure across a larger area using consistent spacing and different color patterns. So why this heading structure works in AI engines. So here's the secret. Headings aren't decorative, they're instructional. So the H1 defines the page's purpose, the H2s define the conceptual blocks, and the H3s define the extractable units, the questions, the lists, the steps, the recipes. So AI systems use these relationships to identify the answer, to validate the proof, and to decide whether to cite or summarize the page. So if your page clearly represents a direct answer and supporting proof and a logical next step, the headings make these relationships obvious, and answer engines love this, and they will cite and reuse this. So if you want to see this page in action, I'm going to post a link on my blog in the show notes. And thank you. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to build micro intent clusters where AI keeps linking to. Thank you.